Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get through the WASDE report, and of course, there's still fighting going on in the Strait of Hormuz. And we'll just have a quick look at it here. So the WASDE report came out yesterday, and where the biggest news is right here. You got wheat increasing in world carryout stocks. Everything else was a bit of a yawner. They talked about feed usage on corn and everything else, but it really didn't have a big impact on the market. They did talk about increasing the overall crush numbers, which is well expected. Still lagging on soybean exports, of course, but I think even South America kind of came in maybe a little bit light on some of the estimates that are coming from the U.S. or from the South America countries themselves. But U.S. tends to slow play a lot of that stuff, and they'll do their adjustments on a monthly basis here. So you can see here, this is your wheat global markets, and you can see that we have not been there for quite some time, that kind of production. Everybody that are major growing areas actually had a good crop, and that is well known. You can see it in the charts. It's been pretty dismal, crappy prices for quite some time. And here they're just highlighting the Indian government currently bans wheat and very likely to have some exports if they have enough supplies. But this just kind of shows production exceeds consumption by a fair bit here. So the strait is still shut. Lebanon fighting a strange truce as U.S. and Iran aim for first talks. There's the Lebanon thing is maybe the stickler. Trump and the leader in Israel are probably going to have some sort of slow this down. I don't know if that's going to happen right now, but I don't think they're going to actually have any constructive talks if it doesn't happen. Iran wants tolls. I heard in the neighborhood of $1 a barrel kind of thing. At this stage, when you see how the elevated prices are, that might be something you could consider, but they just want free flowing. Go back to the way it was before. You can see there's a lot of drought in the U.S. and it's pretty well covering everywhere. The areas that I'm more concerned about are these kind of areas right here. Does look like you're going to get some moisture over here. Nothing over here in the next 2 weeks. So if we're diving into winter wheat, there's a reason why I pointed out those areas, because that's the biggest area growing winter wheat. 68% of winter wheat as of yesterday is experiencing drought. And this is how I would read this. And you can see that there's a lot of long bars on here, but Kansas, it grows 21%, Washington 11, Idaho 6. So even if you just take this area here, with the top 5 to 6 states experiencing a lot of drought, and then if you look at overall drought severity and increasing for quite some time here. Here's just a slider, because I've had some or seen some analysts comparing this to 2012 drought. And this is currently, the way the slide is right now, this is the 2026. So you can see 2012 does not have the drought that we're starting off with right now. Now that can be all fixed here. We're down to only 5% ice cover. You can see where the ice is. That's not in the way of movement here anymore. And there's boats going through. Now, is there any in Thunder Bay as of right now? But you can see that there's quite a number of boats getting through the Great Lakes as we speak here. Canola down $2.70 at 7.06. November is down 260 as well at 7.17. Soybean oil is down 0.16 of cents at 67.09 cents a pound. Palm oil is down 115 ringgit at 4,495. Crude oil is basically flat at 90 just shy of $98 a barrel. Your diesel fuel is down a couple cents as well at 366. Soybeans flat at 11.66. Spring wheat up a couple pennies, and your hard red winter and your Chicago's down 2 3/4 cents, and hard red winter is down just basically flat. Your corn is down a penny, and your Canadian dollar is down 11 points. So if you just look at it here, we've got our medium-term moving average kind of as support here. You've got your 61.8 retracement value where the market is currently kind of trading here, and it still points as if it's got some pressure here. We'll have to see if we can get better news here. And if you look at your November contract, your scared rabbit line, we basically are trading below it at the moment, and below the short-term, your 10 and 20 moving day average. And European rapeseed is, below your short-term moving averages as well. Soybean oil below your scared rabbit line, and your short-term moving average is trading right at the 20-day. Soybean futures, it's still a nothing sandwich, even with the USDA report there yesterday, still trading nowhere, as far as I can tell. Crude palm oil. We had the big move up last week, pulled back, and we're basically right in the middle of this range, trading right at 61.8 as well. Your West Texas trading just shy of $100 barrel. Same thing with the diesel fuel, is trading right in this kind of a lower end of that range. Looks like it could potentially flatten out for this next couple of weeks if these talks kind of go to opening up the strait. Opening up the strait will probably push this market down farther. Your gasoline futures trading sideways here as well. Your Canadian dollar has rounded that curve, but now it's up against some longer term moving averages here. So we'll see if it'll break through there or not. US dollar still on the lower end from the $100 index. So we'll have to see if that continues. That supports some of the US traded commodities if the US index is lower. Hard red wheat is taking a hit, and same with all the wheats, trading right at the 50% retracement, and the same thing with your December contract as well. Still in an uptrend though. The Kansas right up against your medium-term moving average. Chicago is trading below it and looking for some support there. Your milling wheat still in a downward move. Corn futures, this is your a support line. See if we can actually hold and bounce off of there. It's hard to say. Oat futures still in an uptrend, but the current trend is, the shorter term is definitely down. That's all I have for you.